everyday people, and I am your host, Jesus Washington. And today I have a very, very special guest, and his name is Mo, and Mo is extremely talented, and he has a business that we're going to talk about, and he has a lot to teach everyone today. So make sure you stay tuned today and watch Mo talk about water, alkaline water, and talk about how it benefits the body and also herbs and supplements that will basically help you with health,
Yeah, just overall health.
overall health.
Yeah.
Yes, yalla Mo, tell everybody. We need to know where you from, Mo.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome.
So I was born and raised in Detroit,
Mhm.
and then when I got older, my family moved out to Dearborn Heights,
Mhm.
and a couple years ago, I ended up buying a house in West Dearborn.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, ask. That's pretty much where I'm from, but yeah, ask away.
All
I'm an
right.
open book. So yeah.
You're open book.
Yeah.
You are extremely talented. We want to know about all your talents because it looks like you did a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. From basketball, I was on the U of M team. I walked on from uh, music to painting to health and wellness. You know, one thing that I'm really huge on is psychology and sociology. Um, yeah, so it's just like anything that interested me, I tried to take some type of, some type of take in it. You know what I mean? Like I tried to get good at it, try it out. You know what I mean? I feel like when you open yourselves up to these opportunities and these different, skills, it adds a lot. You know, especially in the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
And where did you graduate from?
I went to U of M. Well, actually, I started at Wayne State.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing pre med,
Yes.
and I ended up changing majors. My dad was definitely not happy about that, but I told him I was like, after a year and a half, I was like, this isn't really for me. I want to do business. And he was like, "Oh, you're a quitter. When things get hard, you want to leave, da da da." And I was like, "No, I mean business is still hard, but I know my passion isn't, in the medical field." So I left Wayne State, went to Henry Ford, did some classes there, and then from Henry Ford transferred to U of M, and then graduated from U of M.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
So you kept yourself busy.
yeah, definitely, to say the
And
least.
did you do music after you graduated from college?
Actually, I did music since I was 14.
Uh huh.
I would music and poetry. So I did poetry
Wow.
slams. I did poetry. Um, the music though, I never tried to go like. Uh, I never tried to go mainstream. I never tried to put my music out there and try to be famous off music and whatnot. It was more so just for myself, So I've been doing it since I was 13, 14 years old. I got like a whole bunch of like playlists and
Is it like
tracks.
rapping? What type of style?
Rap, R&B, you know, mixing up of the two, you know what I mean? Like some melody with rap in the song. But honestly, I don't like to put a genre on it. It's just music.
It's just music.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know you never heard it before, but if you hear it, you'll be like, oh, okay, it's like a mix of things. It's not just one genre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have you back on the show to talk about your
Awesome.
music and
Awesome.
to talk about also your art. So when did you start doing art?
So when I was a sophomore in high school,
Mm.
my dad back then, he never just like gave me and my brothers whatever we wanted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Back then, you'd look back and be like, oh my god, my dad's so mean, da 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 da. But when I got older, I was like so appreciative of him because it really like I understood what he was trying to teach me,
Right.
which was to work hard and if you want something, you work for it and go get it. It's not gonna be given to you.
Right.
So
Money doesn't fall on trees.
exactly. So my friend's dad was the building manager of our high school, and he needed painters.
Yeah.
So he taught me how to like commercially paint,
Yes.
and that's how I started. I was always artistic. So when I got older, I actually turned that into a business where I knew anybody could paint a house, anybody could paint a room, anybody could paint like a wall. But if I wanted to make money, I had to add a remix to it. I had to do something different. So what I did was I learned Venetian plaster painting. And Venetian plaster, you could think of it as marble on wall.
Mhm.
So I learned Venetian plaster painting, and I would just do like, first I did my mom's wall at her house,
Uh-huh.
because I knew she has a whole bunch of friends. They're gonna come over. Oh wow.
Oh.
So that ended up happening. Her friends came. I ended up doing some of her friends' house, and then one of her friends' husband was opening a banquet hall,
Mhm.
and they wanted me to do the whole banquet hall. And then from there, I did museums, did mansions.
Was it like a mural, like a mural? You
So
painted murals?
it's not like I'm drawing figures or like scenery or anything like that.
Yes.
It's art. You can consider a mural because it's just random design.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like abstract, maybe?
Yeah. There we go. Abstract. That's the
Abstract.
word. There we go. Abstract painting.
Yes.
I was gonna pull up a picture, but yeah, abstract painting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what you do, abstract painting.
Basically, yeah.
And you did museums? Which museum did you do?
Um, Man, there was one in Melvindale,
Yes.
and then also in Allen Park.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 6, 7 years ago.
And you don't do that anymore?
No, now I'm doing the optimal water.
Yes.
Yeah, because it got to a point where I was at U of M, and I was a walk-on on the basketball team.
Mhm.
So during my last year, I had gotten injured.
Yes.
So
Salamtak.
yeah, thank you. I got a degree 3 MCL sprain. Someone actually caught it on camera. It's super ugly.
They caught it on camera?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I low key thought he put the eye on me because it was just some random guy recording.
Yeah.
And if you see the video when I'm going for the block, he zooms in on me and then he zooms out and then I got injured.
Yee.
I'm not superstitious, but watching the video, you'd feel like the person recording knew it was gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like before it happened.
Yeah, literally seconds before it happened, but had gotten injured, and the painting takes a lot of physical labor.
Yes.
Should I like talk closer to the mic?
No, no.
Okay.
Mm.
So it takes a lot of physical labor, and I couldn't walk on my right leg. I was out for like 10 months.
Mhm.
So I was like, I gotta think of something. So during that last semester, I started researching different business ideas, what's going on in the market, trying to figure it out. And after I healed up, I had two options: to hire 5 painters and go like full blown in the painting business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or invest in a new company that I was researching.
Yes.
What I was researching was water. I was always big on water. Even as a kid, I was very peculiar about the water I would drink. You know what I mean? I was very picky. And I was drinking Essentia. And I was telling everybody, drink Essentia, drink Essentia. It's good for you. It's ionized, alkaline water. It's got minerals, all that kind of stuff. Then when I found out Essentia was bamboozling me, not to talk bad about Essentia, but
Mhm.
it wasn't what it was being advertised as. That's
Mhm.
better words to choose. And I was really upset. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to rely on a corporation to give me good water. So being injured, I had a lot of time to research. I was researching what makes water good, what makes water healthy, what makes it beneficial. So after doing months of research, I actually came up with my own formula. And when I came up with my own formula, coaches, teammates, friends, family, first they started making fun of me, but then when they tried it, they were actually coming back like, "Hey, can you give me a gallon? Can you give me some water?"
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? It was during my last semester of college. I was like, you know what? Let me just take a gamble. I'm gonna take all my life savings and I'm gonna open up a business where people can come get good, clean water.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, I was actually getting water, um, similar water to that I make today. I
Yes.
was getting it from a friend of mine named Devin. Rest in peace.
Rest in
He had his own shop as well, and he like basically showed me the ropes. You know what I mean? Of like how to talk to people, how to even people who are like insecure about like what they got going on health wise, how
Yeah.
to approach that in a good way. He taught me so much. And the day of my grand opening, when I ended up opening up my business, he ended up getting shot and killed. Yeah,
Oh my god.
at his own store as well.
My condolences.
Yeah, so just for anybody who watches this out there and just wanted it to, for the record, without Devin, there's no me.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so I just wanted
beautiful.
to put that out there. So I started the business during my last semester, and I was on crutches. Tuesdays and Thursdays I would close up the shop, go to school from 12 to 4, crutch back to work, open up from 4 to 8. Um, so there's no excuses for anybody.
No
There's
excuses.
no excuses at all. And yeah, started the business. From there, I literally didn't even have months rent. When they start a business, you have like 1 or 2 months ahead, in rent. I didn't have any of that. It was like whatever happens, happens. And I'm glad I took that risk because 5 years later, it definitely paid off.
Well, I
Yeah,
completely understand
yeah.
because I also have businesses, so I understand,
You know a little thing
investing.
about sacrifice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I do. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell everyone the story how we met.
Yeah.
so, so here's what happened. So, I was trying to. Oh, I was meeting my friend at the complex where your business is. It's called Optimal Water Station,
Yeah.
and I was meeting my friend out like in the parking lot of his business, and then my friend of ours that was at Wendy's, because I also work at Wendy's, and so she came. She was a customer, and then she came into your parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "Hey, there's alkaline water. There's a water station here." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Yeah, I just got a whole jug from there."
Yeah. Because we give first-time customers a free gallon, and people love it. So she was probably just sharing the good news.
Wallah, thank you for the gallon. I went in there into Optimal Water and I met beautiful Mo. And I was like, I gotta have you on my show. And we gotta talk about alkaline water. And we gotta talk about the herbs. We gotta talk about the smoothies. We gotta talk about everything.
Yeah.
So that's how we met each other. And that's how Mo is on the show today.
Yeah.
So tell everyone about alkaline water.
Well, alkaline water, by definition, is basically water that's considered alkaline that has an alkaline pH.
Mm-hmm.
For the people that don't know, the pH scale determines the power of hydrogen um, in an entity, a person, a living thing, or even non-living things. Um, the pH scale ranges from 0 to 14, 0 to 7, 0 to 6 being acidic, 7 being neutral, and then 8 to 14 being basic or alkaline.
Yes.
Alkaline water is anything that's 7 and up.
Yes.
Now, um, there's a lot of different types of alkaline water. What does that mean? Um, for example, I can fill up water from the tap, put baking soda in it, stir it up. You test it, it's going to be alkaline. But is that water that you want to drink?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go to a swimming pool, you take a cup of water from there, you test it, it's going to be alkaline, but it's not water we want to drink.
Exactly.
So alkaline water is like an umbrella term that can mean a lot of things. Because you go online or you hear some people on social media and they say, "Oh, alkaline water is bad for you." Alkaline, that's a half truth and a half, false statement. Because alkaline water can be extremely beneficial for you, but also depending on how you're getting it, it can be not beneficial for you.
Mm-hmm.
So alkaline water is water that has an alkaline pH. It's typically packed with natural minerals
Mm-hmm.
that benefit the body and help the body work much less harder.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel like the water that because I did my own research on water,
Yeah.
and when I did my research, I noticed that most of the water that I was drinking was acidic.
Yep.
And I literally did get a test strip and I put it in the water and it was like all acidic water, like 6, 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started researching about water.
Yeah. The market, about maybe 95% of it is acidic or not beneficial to your body at all. Like it's very detrimental to your health. Some of those waters being Dasani. Dasani is a 4 pH, which is considered acidic.
Yes.
Aquafina is also acidic. It's loaded with salts. When you open water, it shouldn't make the same sound as Pepsi or that fizz sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's the sign right there.
that's one sign that you definitely shouldn't be drinking that water. But the majority of the market, to what you were saying, is definitely majority of it is acidic.
Yes.
Even the alkaline water now, these corporations are realizing the market is waking up. Because, you know, during COVID, um, when everyone was just like, in the beginning of COVID, everyone was buying everything out in the grocery stores.
Right.
All the water would be gone,
Yes.
but there'd be stacks of Dasani water. You know what I mean? And it was
Yeah.
a viral picture going around on social media.
Oh.
So now corporations, you know, they've been noticing the market shifting in that direction.
Right.
They're saying, oh wow, people care about the water they drink.
Right.
So now let's put a nice costume on our water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For example, smart water.
Yes.
Called it smart water, but it was very acidic. No
That's
benefit to
true.
your body at all.
Right.
Hydration is not providing it to your body. It's causing your body to be more acidic, and there's little to no natural minerals in it. There's actually artificial synthetic minerals or ingredients in the water.
Mhm.
But now, Smart Water has an alkaline version. They got Smart Water distilled, I believe, and then the Smart Water alkaline.
Mhm.
You got all these other companies that even Shaq invested millions in, where it's alkaline pH. It's like an 8.8 pH. Then you got um, Essentia, of course.
Right.
All these other companies that there's just more and more companies coming out with alkaline water because they know, okay, this is what the market wants. But they're taking advantage of the people's lack of knowledge on that water. You know, because a lot of people are like, oh, alkaline is good for me. But you got to know how it's being made, you know what I mean? Because there's salads out there promoted as, oh, this is a healthy salad, but you know, it's not really the case because it's loaded with sugars and sodium and all that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So, is there like any studies or like any proof like the water like can cause cancer or the water that you drink, you know what I mean, or
So
health problems?
Dr. Otto Warburg won a Nobel Prize because he proved that cancer thrives in an acidic, low oxygen environment
Mhm.
and that it cannot live in an oxygen rich, alkaline environment.
Mhm.
So, humans, we're naturally a 7.35 pH.
Right.
7.35 to 7.5. Soon as your pH falls below that,
Yes.
now you become susceptible to getting sick. You
Mhm.
become susceptible to getting cancer. Every single person who has cancer
Right.
has an acidic pH. There isn't one person who has cancer who has an alkaline or homeostasis pH, which is 7.35 or 7.5.
Wow.
So every person who has cancer has an acidic pH. So consuming things that have an acidic pH is only going to create an acidic environment in your body.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So drinking those waters, uh, um, I'm not gonna say people have done studies that it will cause cancer, but it's been proven that they have no benefit to your body, especially on a hydration level.
Mhm.
Because people just look at pH,
Mhm.
but you also got to look at TDS, ppm, ORP. There's many different facets of water that you know a lot of people are still finding out about. But you know it's a learning curve because we live in a time where things are moving so fast. We gotta like adjust to the things that we eat,
Right.
how we grocery shop. People are becoming more and more aware of what's in their foods.
Right.
So it's a learning curve for everybody, and it's just gonna take some time for all of us um, to really realize how much programming has been done to us. You know, from just corporations and media. It's a lot of rewiring in the brain that needs to happen.
Yellow. That's why we have everyday people,
Yeah, and that's why we
so
got
we can talk about these
exactly. This is like the
subjects.
perfect outlet to do that.
How else are you gonna make a difference,
You
Imo,
know
in
what I
this
mean?
world?
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna take a station break,
All right.
and we are gonna continue after.
Awesome.
All right, you are watching Everyday People live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and top social media platforms.
Oh, so
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
it's okay. Make sure you like, make sure you follow, you subscribe, and comment. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world. أعزائي المشاهدين، شكرا لمشاهدة Everyday People على قناة WJZZ Cool TV. And my guest today is Mo from Optimal Water Station. And he is extremely talented. And we are going to get to know him and know more Optimal Water Station. But I want to give thanks to our sponsors, Pink Cab Express and Pink Medical Transportation, for sponsoring this show. And if you would like to sponsor the show, you can hit this Cash App, capital J 112233, capital W. All right. Are you ready Okay, yeah, let's continue with the conversation. And a lot of people don't understand, I guess, how important the water is to the health. Now, let's talk about what other things you do at Optimal Water Station.
The other things that we do is other besides the water
Yes.
is the we call it the complete herbal system.
Mm-hmm.
So I was someone who was taking about 16 to 17 vitamins a day: vitamin E, vitamin B, echinacea, zinc. I was taking all of those vitamins every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the thing is, when you take those vitamins or any vitamin in pill form, capsule, tablet, you're only absorbing 10% absorption rate.
That's
So
it.
everything on that bottle, you're only getting maybe 10% of that,
Wow.
if that, if you're lucky. You're overworking the kidney and the liver, and you're retaining water weight.
Wow.
Yeah, so doing that for about maybe 4 years, I seen little to no difference. The only thing I really noticed was the biotin. Biotin was the only one I really felt somewhat of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so doing research, excuse me, I just gotta get this out of my mouth.
Yes, you're good.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So doing research, I realized that a lot of these vitamins come from natural, herbs and superfoods that they're
Right.
sourced from. So, for example, moringa is a herb that I sell. Moringa leaf is has 7 times the amount of vitamin C as oranges, 4 times the amount of calcium than milk. Um, you're getting vitamin C, vitamin D, potassium, vitamin A, just from one herb. If I wanted that from the pills, I would have to take 4 or 5 pills, and I'm only getting 10%. When you take it by powder, liquid, or gel,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting a 96% absorption rate compared to 10%.
Mm.
So a lot of our customers just being on like when they come in, they'll see all the herbs and they're like, okay, so which one do I take?
Right.
I tell them, what do you got going on? What I mean, what do you feel like you're lacking in? So someone will tell me, I'm a type 2 diabetic. I need something for my blood sugar.
Uh-huh.
So we give them anthocyanins, which help prevent the blood sugar from spiking after meals. You know what I mean? Someone will say,
Will it take the place of insulin?
um, I don't want to get in trouble saying some things, but it definitely helps them. That's,
Yes.
that's what I can say
Okay.
legally. Women will come in and say that they have like very painful cramps. So we give them maca. Maca helps balance the hormones in the body, and their cramps become much less painful. Some men come in and they say, I'm working all the time. I have a very low sex drive. I'm just so tired all the time. We have testosterone balancing herbs, like ashwagandha, sea moss. People who just want overall nutrition, and minerals and whatnot. We always suggest sea moss because your body is made out of 102 minerals.
Mm-hmm.
Sea moss has 92 or 93, some people say, out of the 102 minerals that your body is made out of. And nutrients come from minerals.
Right.
So you're getting not every, but you're getting almost every vitamin from A to zinc in 1 tablespoon of sea moss.
1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
You
I
guys
mean,
hear this? 1 tablespoon of sea moss.
4 years ago, everybody was talking about CBD, CBD, CBD tincture, CBD oils,
I
lotions.
know you sell CBD
Um,
products.
we sell one CBD body lotion just for like pain, you know. Um, but 4 years ago, we were telling everybody, you see how CBD is everywhere? It's gonna be sea moss soon. And now you fast forward to today, you got people making sea moss in their basements, in their kitchen, and they're selling it on Facebook and Instagram, making a living.
They're going at home.
Yeah, they're making it at home, not growing it, but they get it dry.
Yeah.
They soak it, blend it, do the whole process, and then they sell it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like, people who got, I know an officer who does this on the side. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a crazy business right now. A lot of people are buying, consuming, selling CMOS. But when something picks up a lot of hype, there's a lot of like fraudulent stuff. So you got to be very careful. And customers who come to Optimal tell me like, oh, I see it on Instagram, I see it on Etsy. I'm just worried about the quality. So you got to be very careful who you get it from as well.
Right.
Because if a CMOS isn't prepared well,
Yes.
you know what I mean? It can have something in it that's called iodine.
Yes.
It can have too much iodine in it, and too much iodine isn't good for you.
Right.
Too much of anything is bad
Too
for
much
you.
of anything is
Even too
bad
much
for you.
water is bad for you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how much water are you supposed to consume a day?
Anyone who weighs 120 pounds or more needs to
Mhm.
drink at least 60 ounces of water.
60 ounces of water.
Yeah, you want to basically drink like half your weight.
Wow.
hmm
That's a lot of water.
Yeah, so 60 ounces is basically a half a gallon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I carry this around with me. I try to get in a gallon a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
with
it flushes your body
yep.
all day.
The reason why it flushes your body and not normal water, so other people are probably thinking like, okay, if this is gonna flush your body, how come tap water or normal water doesn't flush your body? First of all, we can start with tap water. Tap water contains so many contaminants. Everybody at home right now, or anyone watching this, go to ewg.org. On the top right corner, you're gonna hit tap water database. It's a tap water database that basically is independent. No one funds it, so they have no reason to lie about what they find. Put in your zip code. It'll show you how many people are served in your zip code, and then it'll show your utility, and it'll show how many contaminants are above the health guidelines. I
Wow.
can show you right now if you'd like.
Yellow, let's see
Do
this.
a quick little
Let's see
demonstration.
this live.
So
This is my first time hearing about this information, actually.
I remember when you came to Optimal, I just gave you a little bit of information. Your eyes got all big. You're like, "Yo, we need to talk more about this."
Yes.
I was like, "Yep."
Yes. Because this is like this is like around like also like what I do. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
topics that I'm into. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And think.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like how you said, it's everyday people. This
Yeah.
is something an everyday person
Everyday
should know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Everyday people should know about water.
So what was your zip code?
So 48333.
Okay. Which one is that?
Farmington House. City of Farmington.
Gotcha. So it shows you right there. Serves 56,000 people.
Serves.
I don't know if you could see. It's a little too bright, but you got 6 contaminants above health guidelines. 11 total contaminants.
Yay!
And remember, just because it says 6 that exceed health guidelines doesn't mean that those guidelines are necessarily safe.
Right.
And they tell you that as well. Legal does not necessarily equal safe.
Wow.
So let's scroll down and see what those contaminants are. You got chromium, potential effect, cancer.
Yay!
6.6 times the normal amount in your water.
Oh my god.
Haloacidic acids, 189 times the normal amount or the legal amount. Potential effect, cancer. Haloacidic acids, a different form of it.
Right.
HAA9, 415 times the legal amount. Potential effect, you guessed it, cancer. Nitrate's a really bad one. Potential effect, cancer, 3 times the normal amount.
It's a good thing they shared this information. I didn't even know.
Yep. Radium, radiological contaminant, 17 times.
17 times.
Potential effect, cancer.
And there's people that be cooking with that tap water.
Exactly. And when you're cooking like with rice, pastas, penne, those type of foods, that absorbs, and you're consuming.
Right, and you're consuming all these chemicals.
Exactly. The harsh metals, the radiological contaminants, I can't even pronounce that one, 210 times the normal amount, potential effect, cancer.
So like when you're taking a shower with tap water, what about that?
Exactly. So at Optimal, we tell our customers, if you're going to drink clean water, what's the point of bathing in contaminated water? This is why people who never smoked get lung cancer, because I'm not going to say it's the reason, but it can play into that effect, into that part, because right now they put, the only reason why our water comes out white or clear is because they drench it with chlorine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
If they didn't put chlorine in there, that water would come out rusty brown, and there would be riots in the streets tomorrow. You know? But they put chlorine in the water to make it come out clear, to give us that false notion that it's healthy. But when you're drinking clean water, what's the point of bathing in contaminated water when your skin is the largest organ in your body, and it takes less than a second for your body to absorb anything that it touches?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So with the tap water, if people are saying, oh, if I'm just drinking that, water is water, it'll flush me out. Actually, it won't. You're making it harder on your body to process and break down, and your organs to do what they need to do, because now you're not only giving it acidic water, but you're putting all those contaminants that we talked about in there. Now let's say spring water. People are like, oh, I drink spring water. Spring water is great. Yeah, if you're drinking it directly from a spring. Here's the problem though. Spring water is bottled
Yes.
and then it's transported.
Right.
When it's being, shipped to stores, it's going through so much temperature fluctuations. It's being stored in plastic bottles that have bisphenol A and bisphenol S.
Right.
I mean the BPA and the BPS,
Right.
which is horrible for our
Can you
hormonal
explain
system.
that to people what that is?
Yeah, bisphenol A and bisphenol S is a contaminant or a chemical that basically throws off our hormones. It boosts the estrogen. Even the receipt paper that you touch at the grocery store,
Yeah.
that induces estrogen. And women naturally have estrogen,
Right.
but you look at type 2 breast cancer, one of the top causes of it is elevated levels of estrogen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So not only men aren't safe from it, but also women, it can affect them as well too. So in these plastics, you know what I mean? They if you look on your plastic bottles,
Yes.
you'll see one. It'll say a 7. If it says 7 or a 1,
Yes.
then you're good. If it has like a 2 or a 4, then you don't want to drink it because it has those bisphenol A and bisphenol S chemicals. And even if it's stored in plastic, you don't want to store it for long. Like if I sell the 5-gallon jugs.
Yes.
If you put water in there, you don't want it to be in there longer than 4 weeks. You know what I mean? After
Right.
that, you want to drink the water or just use it for something else.
Right.
But these spring water bottles, that water is sitting in the bottle for months at a time. By the time the customer buys it and consumes it,
Yes.
it's a liquid plastic. It has no benefit to the body. The spring water that they think they're getting
Yes.
isn't really all natural and fresh anymore. And a lot of water companies got sued for saying spring water, because, for example, there's a water company called Crystal Geyser, and Crystal Geyser got sued because they were filling their spring water from a pond. You know what I mean?
From a pond?
From a pond. So it's be careful what you read and be careful what you consume. Vet everything, because I'm not gonna say these corporations are evil.
No.
I'm not gonna put that label on them, but it's safe to say they're greedy. You know what I mean? Because they want to make the biggest profit off $1. So in order to make that the biggest profit possible, you got to use the cheapest materials possible. And unfortunately, those cheap materials affect us in a very negative way. So the waters compared to this water is not going to help you flush out your body. The reason why this helps you flush out your body, and this is why it's so beneficial to you, is because it has electrons. This is the secret key ingredient to all of this that we're talking about.
Right.
Is electrons.
Mm-hmm.
Electrons. Well, let's take a couple steps back. Your vital organs, to do what they need to do,
Right.
they need electrons. That's their fuel source.
Right.
When they use electrons, the loss of electrons is called oxidation. Oxidation to our bodies is like rust to metal. So when you consume electrons,
Mhm.
you're helping your vital organs work much less harder. You're helping your vital organs, live longer, live healthier. You know what I mean? That's why my customers who've been drinking my water or water similar to mine, look half their age, feel half their age, move half their age. The older ones especially think half their age. You know what I mean? The blood tests and the physicals that they do yearly is all the proof. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're 60 years old, but you're biologically 40.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the reason why that is because they're consuming water and food that's high in electrons. That contains antioxidants. It's antioxidation.
Right.
Yep. So with this water, we don't add any minerals to it. What a lot of companies do, and what a lot of people similar to my business do, is they do reverse osmosis or distilled water filtration.
Mm-hmm.
That's good because it removes all the bad, but it also removes all the good natural minerals in the water that you need. You know,
Right.
it takes 15,000 years for water to go circulate through Earth, absorb those minerals, filtrate all that stuff,
Wow.
and then in a zap, it's all gone.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So keeping those natural minerals is definitely key. It's definitely essential.
Right.
But what we do, we don't do the reverse osmosis or the distilled water filtration. I like to call it separation filtration. It's actually a filtration design that I put together that I have patent pending.
Wow.
Yeah, so
You
it's
created this
this type of I
filter.
wouldn't say I created it, but I remixed it.
Right.
Yeah, I like to say I remixed it. So what I do is I basically separate the bad and the good.
Mhm.
So, for example, you look at mud water. You know, there's obviously water in it because it's mud, but it's like very dirty.
Right.
In that mud, there's the purest form of water. You just gotta separate that dirt and everything else from it,
Right.
and that's what I do at Optimal. I remove 99.8% of contaminants, harsh metals, radiological contaminants. You know what I mean? And it's signed off by the University of Las Vegas and the University of Nevada, and the University of New Jersey. The filtration results. So
Mashallah,
yeah,
mashallah.
I know
I
people
am
are like, oh,
separated
this
here.
guy came up with his own filtration. How do I know? Believe me, professional scientists and universities seen it, signed off on it. Um, but also, there's natural occurring alkaline water. There's natural occurring alkaline lakes.
Really?
And yeah, and those lakes, for them to be alkaline, they have a certain motion. You know
Oh,
what I mean? And we can't imitate or replicate
nature.
Mother Nature, but you can try your best to.
Right.
And that's what I did. So people ask me, oh, so do you add anything to your water? We add nothing to our water. The only thing that's packed into the water is the molecular hydrogen, which is where the healing comes in. Um, People will come in and ask, oh, what pH is good for me? And we tell them, there isn't the best pH. The best pH determines on what the person got going on.
Right.
Because for someone, a 10 pH will be the best pH for them, and another person, an 8 pH will be best for them.
Right.
So how you know is based off your body elements. You can do a pH test. You know what I mean? It'll tell you your pH. If it's acidic, you need a higher
A
pH.
body pH test.
Yeah, you can get it from like CVS, Walgreens, any health store has it. Um, but let's say you don't want to do the test or you don't have the money to. You can just go off your body, the signs that your body will let you know. So, for example, people who have heartburn or acid reflux, those people have who have heartburn and acid reflux, that lets them know that they got a lot of acidity that needs balancing in the body. So you need a higher pH, like a 9.5, because an
Mm.
8.5 or a 9 might help, but not as well as a 9.5 for something like that. But for somebody who's overall healthy, they don't got body elements going on. They don't got, you know what I mean, like anything that lets them know, hey, there's a lot of acidity in my body. Then they don't need higher than an 8.5 or a 9. The
Right.
goal is to drink an alkaline pH, balance out the acidity, and then come back down. But you always want to stay slightly alkaline because the air we breathe, the water we bathe in, the foods that we eat, there's contamination all around us.
Right.
So drinking water that's slightly alkaline can always help keep that balance.
Definitely.
Yeah. Sorry, I go on these rants and like you gotta like
No, I
stop me.
want you to.
You gotta
I
stop
want
me.
everyone to get all this
Yeah, because I'll
information.
keep going. I swear.
This is valuable information, and you're literally breaking everything down.
Yeah, to the T.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a station break,
Okay.
and then we're gonna continue with the conversation.
Gotcha.
And my next question to you is: do you install alkaline shower heads?
We do.
You do.
We do.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure our audience is very curious about that. You are watching Everyday People live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and all top social media platforms. Make sure you like, you follow, you subscribe, and you comment. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. أعزائي المشاهدين شكرا لمشاهدة Everyday People على قناة WJZZ Cool TV. And today's guest is Mr. Mo from Optimal Water Station. And we are going to continue the conversation. But I want to thank our sponsors, Pink Cab Express and Pink Medical Transportation, for the sponsorship. And if you would like to sponsor the show, you can hit this Cash App, capital J, 112233, capital W. All right. So let's talk about the shower heads because I'm very curious about that. I'm going to install one very soon.
Yeah, honestly, the shower heads, if you're gonna drink clean water, why
Yes.
bathe in contaminated water and let all that into your body?
Right.
But also, you're starting to notice not only men are having receding hairlines and hair thinning, now it's women as well. You know what I
From the
mean?
water?
I believe, in my personal opinion, it's not just the water; it's a hormonal issue as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe the water plays a huge role in it because in a lot of water sources, whether you're in Michigan or Idaho, Texas, wherever, there's iron oxide in the water, and
Mm-hmm.
iron oxide will make your hair thinner and can potentially recede your hairline.
So that's why.
Yeah.
This is the first time knowing that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And just the harsh metals in the water, all these other radiological contaminants, radium, chromium. You definitely don't want to soak hair in that. You know what I mean?
No one tells you this.
Exactly. Nobody tells you because um, very, very influential, powerful, wealthy people, would lose money if a lot of people knew this.
So what do they use?
Who?
The wealthy people. Do they use alkaline water showers?
No, alkaline water. Actually, it's funny. The pH of your skin is acidic,
Uh huh.
so it's good to wash your skin with acidic water,
Oh.
but like clean acidic water, if that makes sense, or neutral water,
Uh huh.
because the uh, the the pH being a 5.5 pH of your skin, it can range from 5 to 5.5. When you wash it with acidic water, you're helping balance the pigmentation of the skin, the pH of the skin.
Oh.
So people who come into our store, we don't just sell alkaline water, we sell acidic water as well. Acidic water is really good for people who have eczema, psoriasis, acne, herpes, cuts, wounds, scars, dry skin, you know what I mean, chapped lips, disinfecting your hands.
It
And
gets rid of acne?
oh yeah, I used to have severe, severe acne. I don't know if you could tell, but like,
I can't tell.
yeah, I used to have very bad acne. Because when some people, the way their body reacts to like foods that cause inflammation, some
Yeah.
people swell up, some people have a hard time losing weight. Me, the way my body would try to fight it off was, you'd see it on my face.
Oh.
I didn't gain weight. I can eat 3 boxes of pizza and I'd be the same size. It was very hard for me to gain weight. I have fast metabolism. I'm not complaining.
Mashallah, mashallah.
But my body would react by acne, and drinking the water, taking sea moss, getting more sun, and using the acidic water 2 times a day, like in a spray.
Oh, it's a spray?
Yeah, it's a spray bottle. I put it in a spray bottle, and you just spray it, and you're good to go.
Wow.
Just doing those things honestly cured my acne. And you're talking to somebody who spent, when I say thousands, I legit mean thousands of dollars on different remedies and medications and all that kind of stuff trying to get rid of acne because it's like
And the solution is water. Acidic water.
the solution is just literally water. That's it. Honestly. And people would save thousands of dollars. Thousands. I can show you like my DMs. You can ask my customers. You can look at my reviews. People watching. You can go look at the reviews on Google, Facebook, Instagram. People will tell you themselves, like, mothers, their kids have severe eczema, severe psoriasis. They use the Estabe. Estabe is the acidic water spray. It means it's okay in Catalan. And they'll tell us like how happy they are. They don't use their steroid medicine because a lot of people who have eczema or psoriasis, they take steroids, so they don't take that anymore. One guy, his daughter would have it around her eyes, and she would only get 2 hours of sleep because of the pain she would feel at home. She would cry all night.
Oh my god.
And can you imagine like a grown man coming to me, eyes all watery, just so thankful. And he was the type of guy, he didn't care how much it costed. He just wanted his daughter to be relieved.
Right.
And
Right.
he comes to Optimal, he spent thousands with the doctors. He comes to Optimal, he spends $6. Solution gone. You know what I mean? So it's like
I got goosebumps to you saying that. I'm serious.
yeah, I mean, it's really hard for people to believe because we've been conditioned for so long that if you need healing, it has to be someone with a white coat. You know what I mean? Which isn't the facts. You know what I mean? It's what you put in your body, what you
What you
eat.
put in your body?
Yeah.
What you eat.
You can reverse so many illnesses and diseases with what you eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the smoothies.
Oh, the smoothies.
Yes, your sea moss smoothies. And we
Um,
do have 2 videos that we're gonna show after we talk about this. So we're gonna show your business, and we're gonna show the gift that you gave me, the sea moss gift. The second one, mashallah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Anytime. The sea moss smoothies, I started them by, I was I was and am a smoothie addict. Like I love smoothies, and you'd be really surprised how hard it is to find a good quality smoothie.
Right,
Like a smoothie that's gonna taste good,
right,
but also make you feel good
right,
and benefit your body.
right.
It's hard to find that
All of
trifecta.
that
Yeah,
all those combinations.
exactly. So I was going to Tropical Cafe again, not to talk bad about another business or anything. Just speaking on my my experience. I'd go to Tropical Cafe and it would taste good. I would feel somewhat good. I'm like, all right, yeah, and I was addicted. I didn't care that I was spending so much money there. So this one particular Tropical Cafe I pulled in, it was a drive-through, and I seen them use tap water ice, and I seen them use tap water. And you can go look on Google right now how contaminated tap water ice is in restaurants. Some studies show that tap water ice in restaurants is more dirty than toilet water. But that's a different story.
Tap water
So I
rice.
seen them use, yeah, I seen them. That's why we have alkaline ice at Optimal, but that's also a different story. So I seen them put the tap water in the smoothie, and I was like, oh no way, I can't do that, no way.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to the lab, which is Optimal Water,
Yes.
and I started making my own smoothie. And I was like, everyone does smoothies, you know what I mean? I need to add a remix to it. So I added a super herb to each layer. And
Yeah.
to the customers who haven't seen it and don't know, our smoothies isn't just your regular one colored smoothie. You got different layers.
Like a rainbow.
Yeah. So you
Mashallah.
got the 3 layers, you got the 4 layers, and you got the 5 layers. And in each layer, you got a specific blend of fruit. You got a specific super herb or super fruit that complements that blend. And then we add sea moss in each layer.
Is that why like it keeps
It's consistency.
its
Yeah.
consistency
Yeah.
and the color rainbow?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, this is so cool.
Everyone's like, how do you get it like that? And it's just all ratio, like, the viscosity of, like, the different layers. You gotta make one thicker than the other, or less thicker than the other, so they can stack.
You gotta know the science behind it.
Basically. But you also can't compromise the flavor either.
Right.
It took a lot of trial and error, and shout out to my customers from the day one who helped me.
Shout out to everybody.
They helped me perfect the formula,
Because they were telling you, I like this, don't like
they're
this,
like,
do
oh, yeah,
this.
no, this is too sweet, this was too watery, this was you know what I mean? So now we got the perfect formula, and honestly, some customers come in with a cooler, and they'll load up 20 of these smoothies.
That's how you
Yeah.
perfect business. The customers make your business
Exactly.
better.
Honestly,
You gotta listen to them. That's really important.
that's such a simple piece of advice,
Yeah.
but it's so overlooked.
Yeah,
in
you're
my
right about
business
that.
world. It's where I'm from, like Dearborn, a business or restaurant will open up. They'll have amazing service, amazing food,
Uh-huh.
and then after 2 years, they plateau, or they fall off.
Because khalas, they made, mashallah, their money,
But
they're done.
They got not only that, they got their consistent customers.
Right.
Hey, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But if they really, 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 when I say really, like you take an avid step into listening to what your customers have to say, listening to their feedback,
Right.
and you take that into serious consideration,
Definitely.
you know what I mean? That can make your business go from here to here. Because my customers, all the products I have, from the shower heads to the smoothies to the not the acidic water, but the herbals, the OJ, all of our products came from my customers' recommendations or my customers telling me, hey, there's a problem that I need solving, and the market out there isn't solving it for me. So we would solve it for them. So to the business owners, restaurant owners out there, listen to your customers. I know that money is good, but it'll be much better. You listen to them and you take what they have to say into serious consideration.
Definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah.
What Wendy's, we believe customers always right.
I never ate fast food for 7 years or 8 years. I quit fast food because I would break out real bad.
Yeah.
But the one fast food, I'm not just saying this because
Well, me too.
I swear,
I'm with you on that.
the
I'm
one
with you on
when I
that.
would break, just very rarely, maybe like once a year, would be Wendy's.
Wallah habibi,
Yeah.
it's the best. And I can tell you this because I saw with my own two eyes.
Yeah, it sounds like, that'll be the only one I'd ever make an exception for.
Yes.
I don't know why, but their fries, the sea salt fries,
The best.
the best. That's my weakness.
And I love how like they keep the skin on it. Some of the skin
Mhm,
on it.
Yep.
It tastes so good.
And I tell customers, like, just because you shop at Optimal, just because you drink clean water, or whatever, doesn't mean you can't indulge in foods that aren't good for you. Because your body is a unique, powerful creation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, look at all the contamination that we have when it comes to, like, the pop, the food, the water, the air, the lotions that are, so much contamination, right? Yet people are still thriving. People are still not dying, right? But what you put in your body is ultimately going to make it easier on your body or harder on your body. So if you're somebody who likes Taco Bell, who likes Wendy's, it's okay. Don't feel like, oh, I'm a bad person. Oh, I'm not eating healthy or living healthy. That's not the case. If you like your Taco Bell, Wendy's here and there, balance it out with something alkaline.
Right.
Balance it out with something that's gonna make it easier on your body. You know what I mean? If you're gonna go on vacation, you're gonna eat chicken wings, you're gonna go drink, you're gonna go eat steaks and bread and all that kind of stuff. That's okay, as long as you're giving your body a fighting chance by giving it stuff that can help balance that out. But if you're eating all that stuff and then you're drinking pop on top of that the next day, and you're doing your body no favors, of course you're gonna make it hard on your body. Of course you're gonna end up getting, heart failure, diabetes, all those kind of things. It's all about balance.
Right.
Too much water is bad for you. Too little water isn't good for you. Too much, to being healthy, too much is bad for you. Believe it or not.
Everything in
You know what I mean?
moderation.
Everything in
You can
moderation.
eat whatever you want as long as it's in moderation.
Exactly. Like the kids, who have the type of parents who are like trying to always keep them clean, spray this, spray that, disinfect this, disinfect that. You gotta let the kid, the saying goes, let them play in dirt. You know what I mean? So their immune system can get stronger.
Right.
So it can learn how to fight off those contaminants and get stronger. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But in moderation. I'm not telling people go eat as whatever you want. No, but
No, everything in moderation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, we're going to take the last 3 minutes to look at the two videos that we have and also your brochure for the business.
Gotcha.
And then the last minute, any advice you have for our audience?
The last minute, any advice to the audience?
And we're going to leave that after the videos.
Well, we're in Livonia.
Yes.
So if you're somebody who cares about your water, cares about your health, come to Livonia. We'll take care of you. First time customers get a free gallon. If you're popular, like Jesus is, every person that you refer, you get a free gallon for the referral. And honestly, not only are we in Livonia, but we're opening our second location in Detroit, right around the corner from here on Woodward and 9 and 8 Mile.
Yes, in that complex where the Myers and Marshalls is.
Exactly.
You're going to be right next door to us.
So come check us out. You change your water, you change your health. Health starts with water. Where majority of the human body is water, and you won't regret it. It'll be a decision that you'd be so happy you made.
Yes, definitely. Now let's watch the videos. Stay tuned on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And today I have a very, very special guest, Mo. And Mo is the owner of Optimal Water. And he is in Livonia, and he can tell you a little more.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mo. I own Optimal Water in Livonia, home of the best water in Michigan. Can't wait to talk about all the interesting topics on the podcast.
Yes, come out and check out all these herbs. And you can come and fill your jugs. And here, there's power smoothies. All of them are sold out. Tuned on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And this is the smoothie from Optimal Water. The best smoothie. The best smoothie in the world. Did you see the rainbows?
It's a smoothie that looks good, tastes good, and is good for you.
The best smoothie in the world.
Literally.
And,
Yeah, that's
yes.
the brochure talking about the other supplements that we have and other products that we have. We got the OJ. People who have a low sex drive or
Yeah.
just want a good night out without having to worry about getting a heart attack like Viagra would give you.
Oh, it's a
Um,
natural herb.
it's a natural juice
Oh.
that we make. Not only good for that, but it's good for your immune system, metabolism, muscle recovery, and it's the only sexual stimulating and sexual performance boosting drink for men and women.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not only for men, men and women can drink it.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think we have one more. I think the front of it or no? Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to Everyday People on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And we will see you next week. And stay tuned for our next guest.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, for sure.